Hey everybody, this is Thomas Andrew, your voice for the PPC and Whitby. It's a nice, hot, sunny day in late July, and on this hot day, we got hot topics. The main hot topic is that Justin Trudeau shuffled his cabinet today on July 27th. He got rid of some cabinet ministers, he put in some new cabinet ministers, put some new names in, shuffled some different names. He did a bunch of different things. The main thing is that he's feeling the heat. He knows what he's been doing up till now isn't working. People are starting to wake up and understand that he is incompetent to lead a country, and so are the Liberals. And the whole Liberal cabinet and government is incapable of leading this country to any sort of success. Of course, what else is interesting is that Pierre Poilievre came out today and spoke to the press after the cabinet shuffle. And in his speech, basically, this Pierre Poilievre, what he said is that Justin Trudeau should be firing himself, getting rid of himself as the Prime Minister, as the main minister in charge and power, and there should be a new sheriff in town, and that new sheriff in town should be him. He will become Prime Minister, as he says, and he will put everything back in its place. He'll make Canada great again. Interesting individual, this Pierre Poilievre, not to be taken lightly. He is a smart and intelligent individual, a very good politician, but not to be trusted. To me, one of the dead giveaways is his appearance, his looks. Over the last couple of months, he's changed the way he's looked. He's gone from the suit and tie and glasses individual that we've known for years, and now he all of a sudden has this new look, a Don Johnson kind of look. T-shirt, sports jacket, and contact lenses. This is actually a very good symbol of the type of individual this person is, and actually what the Conservatives are and who they are. Nothing different from the Liberals. Look, Pierre Poilievre took on this new look because he wants to appeal to certain classes. He thinks that by this way he's going to show that I'm a different, hip kind of guy. I can talk to anybody. I'm going to get those Liberal votes as well. Kind of shows that he does not care about himself. He will sell his soul to get to power. He will sell himself to be able to get to power. And he doesn't care about the values that he is supposedly going to protect in Canada, and he's going to represent for Canadians, but he'll do anything for power. He'll become a different person if need to get to power and hold on to power. This is the type of person that he is. Let's look at it. I'll give you a quick example of what I mean. Here we are, Calgary Stampede a couple of weeks ago. He's going in the Stampede parade, and he's going around the Stampede area, and he has his photo taken with a gentleman. And this gentleman has a t-shirt on him, a green t-shirt on it. It says Straight Pride. And if I remember correctly, it has a outline of a family, male, female, child with them. Pictures taken, and all of a sudden the Liberal media here in Canada catches wind and takes Pierre Poilievre to town, saying how disgusting, what kind of leader is this of the Conservative Party that he's having pictures taken with somebody who says Straight Pride. And then all of a sudden he comes out and he says this is unacceptable, he apologizes, he backtracks. Because the Liberal media said so, because the Liberal media didn't like it. One point, Viktor Orban, the leader of the Fidesz party, the Conservative Christian Party in Hungary, said, and he's completely correct, never apologize for what you believe in, never apologize for your values. This shows weakness in Pierre Poilievre, extreme weakness. And if he's going to cave on something like this, on something that should be obvious, that we should be supporting straight people and families as well, and we should be encouraging people to have families and being able to support families, etc. If he caves on a very basic value such as this, on which our society is based on, family and children, what else is he going to cave in on? Probably everything. This man has caved on many things, and he's a liar to boot. Why? TikTok video came up, and there he is speaking with somebody, and they're asking about, what he believes in, etc., etc. And he goes, well, I'm not like Maxime Bernier. And unlike Maxime Bernier, he says he will not support the WEF. He will not support the UN. Interesting. Because as far as I know, he supports the UN. He's very much a UN individual. Everything that he's done in the past, he's supported. He supports the Ukrainian war. Who supports that? Oh yes, the UN. Does Maxime Bernier support that? No, he doesn't. The PPC does not support the war in the Ukraine. We want peace. Not once has he talked about peace. WEF. Well, let me see. Yes, did Maxime Bernier attend a WEF meeting? Yes, he did, because he had to, and he admitted to that. But ever since then, he's denounced the WEF. Not once has Pierre Poilievre said, yeah, you know what, I even have my picture taken with Klaus Schwab, the leader of the WEF, because he does, and not once has he denounced him and what they're doing in this world. Has he denounced mass immigration, what's happening in Europe, and that we shouldn't be doing stuff like that here in Canada? No, he hasn't. Why? Because guess what? George Soros, the WEF, and the UN are all for it, right? Is this something that we want to support? No. The WEF is in on this. The UN is in on this. Pierre Poilievre is in on this. And that whole economic scheme, guess what? Pierre Poilievre is in on it. This man has no morals. This man has no values. His only values are for himself. The Conservative Party is the exact same turncoat style of politics that we see from the Liberals. Look at Aaron O'Toole, the last party leader. He said all the right things to become leader. He said all the right things to become the official opposition. Once he went into Parliament, guess what he did? Became a turncoat, did everything the opposite of what he said he would do. And this is typical of the Conservative Party and the Liberal Party. It doesn't matter who we vote for in between these two. And yes, Pierre Poilievre is exactly right. He is not like Maxime Bernier at all, because Pierre Poilievre is a turncoat. He is lying, and he's doing whatever he can to get voted and elected. He will give up his values, he will give up his country, and he'll give up his people to become prime minister. He doesn't care how he does it. He wants to be invited to the party at the WEF. He wants to be invited to the party at the UN. There is no way that he's going to stand up to the UN, because if he cannot say, you know what, I support straight people and families as well, and I will not apologize for having my picture taken with somebody who says straight pride, he's not going to stand up for Canada. He's not going to stand up for Canadians when the pressure is on. He will not do it. I challenge Pierre Poilievre to something of this, to come out and say, will he stand up and say, I support Canadians and Canadian families, and I support straight families, and I support basic values of our society? Will he do it? No, he won't. I bet you he won't. And he will not stand up to the UN, and he will not stand up to the WEF. He is not like Maxime Bernier. That's 100%. Because Maxime Bernier, since day one, since the founding of the PPC, and since he became the leader of the PPC, he has said the exact same thing. His message has been consistent since day one. Everything that he has done is consistent from what he has said since the inception of the PPC. Has Pierre Poilievre stood up to the gender ideology, the craziness that's going into school, the brainwashing of children, the genital mutilation that's going on with teenagers who are confused about who they are? No, he hasn't. He has not, because he is afraid. My dear friends, only Maxime Bernier has stepped up to the plate and has been consistent in his messaging. He has not said, I will do one thing, and has said he'll do one thing and has done another. He has been consistent, and he is the only one in this country at the moment as a leader of a party who is worthy to be the Prime Minister of Canada, the next Prime Minister of Canada. I ask you then to please support Maxime Bernier, become a member of the PPC, support us and our message, get it out there, because that's the only consistent message. That's the only message that is actually there for Canadians and there to help Canada in its future. Support me, support the PPC, and support Maxime Bernier, so we can get rid of this cycle of conservatives and liberals, and let's have new faces, new ideas, and a new way of doing politics in Canada. This is Thomas Andrew of the PPC. I'm counting on you.